Lena Waithe is one of the defining creatives of the 21st century. Between her breakout Showtime series, The Chi, her stellar performance as Denise on Master of None, earning an Emmy for her writing on the show, or her road trip crime thriller, Queen and Slim, she has built a reputation as a bold and intimate filmmaker, amplifying Black voices across the country. But now she's taken a chance on herself, making her playwriting and stage acting debut. In Lena Waithe's Trinity, three people slip through the realm of fantasy and reality, acting out moments that they're too afraid to live in real life, shifting through the role play of romantic comedy and drama found between family, friends, and lovers. It's as funny as it is emotional and fearless. Needless to say, it's Lena at her core, deeply human, and joining us now, the Emmy-award winner herself. Lena, thank you so much for joining us.
Wow, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that introduction.
So you are 1 week away from opening night on the big stage. How are you feeling?
Nervous, but excited. I'm always looking for new mountains to climb, and this one is definitely, Everest.
You feel that way, really? So it's the biggest leap you would say you've taken so far?
Look, I've taken a lot of leaps in my career, in television and film, as a writer and as a performer, but I think in theater, there's no second take. There's no safety net.
Yes.
If you forget the line, you got to act like you're thinking, and you also, it's me and two other people on stage, the three-hander, so we really are a trinity, and we have to be locked in, and we have to be connected, and everybody's line depends on your next line, so if you drop the ball, then you got to hope your teammate catches it with you. And also just the thrill of a live audience. I think we as a society are so isolated right now, but we are starting to gather. We're starting to come together, whether it be in the streets, but or live performances, but particularly we want people to start gathering in theaters because it's the way we really have always told stories. And as a storyteller, I want to take us back to that.
Why the stage? Once you've done TV and you've done film, why enter this realm?
Well, I think in my career, I've lived my life in boxes, whether they be big or small. And I think with the stage, there's no walls, there's no ceiling, really. You can do anything. And I think that's what we've been doing. And you're encouraged to play. You sort of tap into your inner child when you're in theater because you have to use your imagination. And
you tackle these ideas that maybe they're in our head, but we're often too afraid to live out loud. It's such a concept that many of us can relate to. How did you come about this idea? Well, there's this thing that we do in our lives where we say, what if? Yeah. What if I never cheated? What if I never got married? What if I didn't have a kid? What if I never met you? It's an existential play where I'm examining the questions about life, not really trying to give people the answers. So people will leave, I think, having a lot of conversations after this one. How have you processed saying goodbye to The Chi? You announced it last year that this season is going to be the last, and this is a project that you really birthed and worked on for pretty much the last decade. Yeah. I've never done a last final season of a show before. Whenever I tell people how many seasons we've gone, people say that's unheard of. A show can't go on that long anymore. And so we feel really much we're part of history, and I'm grateful for that. And hopefully we just land the plane. It's the last dance. The Chi says goodbye, and I hope everybody comes back and tunes in. It kind of feels like an old family reunion every week this season. And just to bring this back full circle, for people who are going to go and see the play, what do you hope that they're going to feel? Because we talked earlier about how it's emotional, it's funny at the same time, but what do you feel is the through line? That we are all more alike than we'd like to maybe believe. We all want the same things. We're all human beings. And I think we tend to divide ourselves up in different categories, which I understand. Like, I'm Black, I'm female, I'm proud, I'm queer, I'm all these different things, but I'm a human at the end of the day. And that's what all of us are. And so my hope is people kind of walk away having empathy for all these characters, seeing themselves in these characters, and wanting to be more self-reflective when they go home. Lena Waithe, congratulations in advance. All the best to you. So appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you for having me. You can see Lena in Trinity, her playwriting and stage acting debut at Baltimore Center Stage beginning February 12th through March 8th.